To create this pattern, you want to start with at least 3 cords on the board. So I've got 4, but the 2 cords in the centre are acting as holding cords, and these won't show up in the pattern when it's done. So this is a good opportunity to use up any scraps of cord you've got, or maybe a colour that you're not as keen on. So I've got a colour on the right and I've got a colour on the left that are going to show up in the pattern. And I want to attach those to the board. And then I want to take another cord, and this is going to be my longest cord. And I want to match the ends. And then run it through my fingers to find the centre. And then I'm going to attach this cord to these 3 on the board using a square knot. So making sure to keep hold of the centre point with this finger here. One should be out at the right and one should be out on the left. And then just keeping hold of it for the first knot to hold everything in place. But to create a square knot by working the left hand side over the top of these 3 or 4 cords, and this one over the top here, and then under and pulling through. And this is a little bit fiddly. You can just attach these to the board like the rest of them if you prefer, if you find that a bit easier. And then complete the square knot by taking the left cord underneath, the right cord underneath that, and then over and through. And once you've done that, you can just push this knot up into place. So once you've got all your cords attached, you should have something that looks like this. So to begin your pattern, you want to put these outside cords out of the way for now, and then taking the cord that is second from the left, you want to take this one over the 2 cords in the centre in a 4, then pulling under and through. And then you want to take the cord that is second from the right and do a mirror image, so do a backward 4 over the 2, or 1 if you've done 1 in the centre, and then pulling under and through. And then you want to take the cord on the left and then work over the cord next to it and pull it under and through. And then you want to put this cord underneath and over and through. And then you want to do a mirror of this on the other side, taking the cord on the right, working over the top of the next cord, and then pulling through. And then under the cord next to it and pulling through. And once you've done that, you want to go back to what you did in the beginning and take the cord that is second from the left and work it over the cord in the centre, or cords if you've got 2 like I have, and tighten, and take the one that's second from the right and again work over the cords in the centre, and then take the cord on the left, work over the cord next to it and pull through, and then under and pull through. And then a mirror at the other side with the cord on the right, working over the next cord and pulling through, and then under and pulling through. You just want to keep repeating these steps all the way down until you've got the bracelet as long as you want it to be. So once you've got the bracelet as long as you want it, you can put all the cords in the centre and do a square knot to finish off to match what you did at the beginning. So I'm going to fasten this one with tail ends, but you could do different fastenings if you prefer. So to do this, I'm going to trim these 2 at the side just to make the tail ends a little bit less bulky. So I'm going to trim and seal the excess here. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal, but you could use glue if you prefer. So once you've sealed your ends, you can take the cords that you've got left and split them into 3 sections. So I'm going to have 2 cords in one section and 1 in the others, and I'm just going to do a braided tie-on to fasten the bracelet. And you want to do this at both ends. And once you've got the braided tie on, as long as you want it, just tie a knot to hold all the cords in place. and then again you can trim and seal your excess. And you should end up with something that looks like this. And that is your completed bracelet.